So allergy is a progressive disease. It progresses from one organ to the other. तो अगर नाक की एलर्जी स्टार्ट हो गई है, आपको आगे जाके एस्थमा हो सकता है. अगर ऑलरेडी एस्थमा स्टार्ट हो गया है, तो आगे जाके फूड एलर्जी, स्किन एलर्जी, ये सब चीज़ें स्टार्ट हो सकती है. तो इसीलिए एलर्जीज को कंट्रोल करना, डायग्नोस करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. And a lot of people have this misconception कि dust allergies because of that construction dust that is happening outside.
और यार घर में झाड़ू लगा रहे हो
Yeah,
उसकी
yeah.
वजह से हो गया.
हाँ, तो actually it is not the construction dust that you see outside. It's actually an insect, a tiny insect called dust mite. Nuclear family and sedentary lifestyle and going away from nature, going away from farms, going away from cattle, that stimulation has been lost.
Right.
So that is why all these allergies have started.
Right.
मेरे को डस्ट एलर्जी है, एक काम करती हूँ, सारे विंडोज बंद रख देती हूँ, बट दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दैट they are wasting their time, okay, and their allergies will progress if they don't treat it and diagnose it on time. लाइफ टाइम मेडिसिन का कॉस्ट हाई था. सबलिंगुअल इम्यूनोथेरेपी जो 3 साल का ट्रीटमेंट है, उसका कॉस्ट फ्रैक्शन था.
Right.
कंपेयर टू दिस.
Right. Yeah. So I think this is an extremely important message. Welcome everyone to the 4th episode of Good to Be Sure. I'm your host Dr. Priyadashni Pandey, and today we are going to discuss a topic that affects more of us than we know. We're going to talk about allergies that are on the rise. So as per the recent studies, allergy is no longer an isolated problem, but the burden of allergy is increasing across our country. And we are not even aware that we have an allergy until the symptoms become persistent and start to affect with our daily life. Today, to discuss this topic with us, we have Dr. Aditi Shah with us. Welcome, madam. Dr. Aditi Shah is an MD. She is an allergy and chest physician. She's the author of the book Breaking the Allergy Curse. And madam is a prolific podcaster and also very active on social media talking about daily health issues, including allergies. So today, joining us on this podcast to break some of the myths is Dr. Aditi Shah. So, madam, I just want to kick off this podcast by asking you that, can you explain to us what an allergy is? What is the spectrum of allergies that we see in our country?
Sure. So this is a question that a lot of patients also ask, why this is happening to me. So the simple answer in very simple terms to understand is that allergies are actually like a hyperactive immune response to an allergen. What is an allergen? Allergen is the culprit which is giving you this kind of hyperactive immune response. And this allergen is usually a protein which could be present in either dust or pollens or food. Now, our immune system, normally, for normal people, the immune system is not so hyperactive. But in sensitive individuals who have allergies, their immune system, a part of their immune system, is very hyperactive. And that gives that hyperactive response to this allergen, which comes out in the form of either rashes or breathlessness or, sometimes dizziness or a lot of abdominal pain with vomiting. This is the whole spectrum. Of course, sneezing, rhinitis, which is runny nose. So the whole spectrum starts off just because of a hyperactive immune system that reacts to that particular allergen.
Right. So, ma'am, you have explained here a variety of symptoms that are associated with allergies. Can you explain to me and our audience that, what are some of the extremely severe manifestations of an allergic reaction versus mild persistent reactions, basically?
So usually what we see in India, a lot of them are either having asthma or they are having rhinitis. So what I mean by this is सिर्फ दम लगना ही एस्थमा नहीं होता है. बहुत लंबे समय तक कफ होना, ड्राई कॉफ या थोड़ा थोड़ा बलगम बनना, उसे भी एक एस्थमा का सिम्टम ही माना गया है, जो कि बहुत कॉमन है. लोगों को लगता है पिक्चर में दिखाया जाता है दम लगना ही एस्थमा है, बट नहीं. ये एस्थमा जो है शुरुआत में माइल्ड फॉर्म में ही स्टार्ट होता है. तो यूजुअली इट इज just having a very long term cough on and off, especially at night. So it starts off with that. Then a lot of people have, watering of the nose and a lot of sneezing issue, stuffy nose, बार बार टिश्यू पेपर लेके ही घूमना, सुबह सुबह ब्लॉक्ड नोज होना, छींके आना. तो ये सारी एलर्जिक राइनाइटिस के सिम्टम्स है. जो हालाँकि माइल्ड स्पेक्ट्रम में फिट तो हो रहा है, लेकिन आगे जाके ये प्रोग्रेस होता जाता है। 70% केसेस ऑफ राइनाइटिस विल गो ऑन टू डेवलप एस्थमा, and all these asthma patients also who are having cough in the beginning will go on to develop breathlessness, which is the severe form in the future. So allergy is a progressive disease. It progresses from one organ to the other. तो अगर नाक की एलर्जी स्टार्ट हो गई है, आपको आगे जाके अस्थमा हो सकता है। अगर ऑलरेडी अस्थमा स्टार्ट हो गया है, तो आगे जाके फूड एलर्जी, स्किन एलर्जी, ये सब चीज़ें स्टार्ट हो सकती है। तो इसीलिए एलर्जीज़ को कंट्रोल करना, डायग्नोस करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है।
So, ma'am, what is, in your experience, what are the most common type of allergens that you encounter in this country?
A lot of Indians are actually having dust and pollen allergy.
Okay.
So in India, dust and pollen is the number one cause. And a lot of people have this misconception कि dust allergies because of that construction dust that is happening
और
outside.
यार घर में झाड़ू लगा रहे हो
Yeah,
उसकी
yeah.
वजह से हो गया.
हाँ, तो actually it is not the construction dust that you see outside. It's actually an insect, a tiny insect called
Oh.
dust mite, which is found inside everything that is upholstered. So the sofa, mattresses, especially mattresses and pillows में ये डस्ट माइट बहुत हाई मात्रा में रहता है। तो नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल्स को इससे कुछ दिक्कत नहीं आएगी, लेकिन जो सेंसिटिव है, जिसको एलर्जी है, उसको इससे बहुत दिक्कत आती है। तो दे आर गोइंग टू रिएक्ट इन अ बैड वे, गेट एलर्जीज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस। So dust and pollen, especially in humid climates. So because India is, a tropical country, temperate climate, यहाँ पे ह्यूमिडिटी ज़्यादा है, तो डस्ट माइट तो मिलने ही वाला है।
Right.
अगर आप यूएस, यूके, ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बात करेंगे, तो देयर डस्ट माइट population is less.
Yeah.
Their pollen allergies and food allergies are more common.
Right.
In India, food allergies are little less compared to the West, but again, it's increasing because of all the lifestyle changes that we are having.
Right. Right.
And geographically speaking, within India, Mumbai, a place like Mumbai, will have a lot of dust allergy. Whereas in Bangalore, we see a lot of pollen allergy. Of course, dust also, but Bangalore is like the allergy capital of the world because of high pollen content in the air. And arid areas like Rajasthan, or whether in hillside areas, if you go to hill stations, there you will not get that much of dust allergy. There again, pollen allergies will be more.
Right. So you talked about dust allergy mainly being prevalent in India,
Yeah.
but food allergies mein which are the ones that you see most often? Is it nuts? Is it milk? Is it what is it called? Shellfish?
Yeah, so there are 7 to 8 most common food allergies which are seen worldwide. So they in pediatric population, in children na, usually milk allergy is more common, milk and egg. Whereas if you see adults may nut allergies. So peanut being common, then of course the other nuts. Peanut is, by the way, not a nut, it's a legume. And then nuts like pistachios and cashews. And in adults, something else is also very common, which is shellfish allergy, which is a little less common in pediatric population. Okay, so fish and shellfish, जो crustaceans, crabs वगैरह रहते हैं, so that is more common in adults.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And also in India, because of the use of spices, sesame allergy is also coming up in a big way.
Yeah. So I think the next question I want to ask is that suddenly why is there this rise in allergies in India? Why have they become more common, or is it just that we are only becoming aware of them now? What is the reason?
Yeah, actually, that's a very legit question because, when even for doctors, earlier we did not have so many patients in, pediatric and adult wards with nebulizers. Now, suddenly, when you enter a ward, you will see half the pediatric ward will be filled with patients on nebulizers and, having to take those pumps. So, this is increasing. Why? Obviously, pollution is one of the cause that we all know. But the other important cause is that our contact with nature has reduced in a drastic way.
Right.
If you see in villages, allergies are much less than compared to metropolitan cities. Why? Because the kids out there, culturally, they are in contact with soil, with प्लांट्स, ट्रीज, एनिमल्स, कैटल, तो ये जो कांटेक्ट है ना नेचर के साथ, ये हमारे इम्यून सिस्टम को हमेशा स्टिमुलेट करता है बचपन से. तो दैट स्टिमुलेशन, पैरासाइटिक इन्फेक्शंस, माइनर इन्फेक्शंस, क्रॉस इन्फेक्शंस बिटवीन सिबलिंग्स, बिकॉज ऑफ न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग.
Yeah.
जॉइंट फैमिलीज में ये होता था कि बच्चे सबके साथ खेलते, एक दूसरे का इन्फेक्शन लग जाता है, वो अच्छी बात थी क्योंकि हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम स्ट्रांग हो रहा था उससे. बट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस nuclear family and sedentary lifestyle and be going away from nature, going away from farms, going away from cattle, that trigger, that stimulation has been lost.
Right, right.
So that is why all these allergies have started.
Right. So, this brings me to my next question, which is, we generally tend to self-diagnose. We eat something and we think कि मुझे इससे एलर्जी हो गई, या आज बहुत डस्ट है तो मुझे इससे एलर्जी हो गई. But this is not the right way, right? So, what is actually the clinical way to diagnose an allergy properly and take the further action from there?
Yeah, a lot of times people just, they'll take some काढ़ा वाड़ा and finish it off
Yeah.
and say कि मेरे को डस्ट एलर्जी है, एक काम करती हूँ, सारे विंडोज बंद रख देती हूँ. But they don't understand that they are wasting their time, okay, and their allergies will progress if they don't treat it and diagnose it on time. First thing to do is to go to an allergy specialist, obviously, to save time and to save your own health. Also, there are a lot of tests available, but which one to do is important, which
Right.
obviously is a clinical decision. ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे लगता है एलर्जी है, जाके ये टेस्ट करवा लेती हो. Tests are expensive, extensive, so it's always better to go to a clinician and then decide which test is the best test for you.
Right. So, ma'am, you said that it is important to talk to a clinician about which test is ideal. So, can you tell us a little bit about what are the different types of tests that are administered if a person has an allergy, and how do you decide which test needs to be done?
Right. So, depending on your allergy, we decide which test is required. Usually, the first line of test, the best kind of test that is there is allergy skin testing. तो allergy skin testing में allergen drops डाले जाते हैं और lightly scratch किया जाता है. ये कोई blood test नहीं है, which is common myth कि ये एक blood test है. It's not a blood test. It's just an allergy skin test where lightly it is scratched and you see the response quickly. There is another test available, which is a blood test where those extensive panels of different allergens are there. But these tests are reserved in certain situations where allergy skin testing is not possible. So, for example, if a child is having eczema, you're not able to do the allergy skin test because of a skin condition. Or if a patient is not able to stop his drugs, antihistamines, the allergy medications 7 days prior to the test, which is ideally required for allergy skin testing,
Right.
में 7 days prior बंद करना पड़ता है. लेकिन अगर पेशेंट बोलता है कि नहीं डॉक्टर, आई कांट स्टॉप these medicines, otherwise I'll get too much problem. So then in that case, we go with blood allergy testing. Pediatric patients who are very uncooperative for allergy skin testing, for them we do blood allergy testing. Also for fungal asthma, allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis is one such condition where we do serum specific IG for a fungus called aspergillus. In that, blood allergy testing becomes very important. Then when there are multiple food allergies and multiple drug allergies, at that time we can consider doing a blood allergy test. But always remember, whatever test that is done always requires interpretation, and that interpretation comes from a clinician. अगर 10 चीजें पॉजिटिव आ गई, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको उन सारी चीजों से एलर्जी है.
Right,
Okay, it
right.
just means कि your immune system has got sensitized to that allergen. It
Right.
doesn't mean allergy. Allergy एक होता है जो बाहरी रूप से दिखता है, एक क्लिनिकल रिस्पॉन्स जिसको बोलते हैं, लेकिन जो ब्लड टेस्ट में पाया जाएगा वो एक केमिकल रिस्पॉन्स जो है वो मालूम पड़ेगा. ओके,
Right, right.
जो उसको सेंसिटाइजेशन बोलते
So
हैं.
I think the message here is to our audience is that if you have had an allergy test, it's better not to interpret it yourself. Take the report to the doctor and try to understand it best from them, right?
No,
They-
don't take the report to the doctor. Go to the doctor
Yeah,
first
yeah.
and then get a
I mean, yeah,
report
of course,
back.
the doctor has referred you, so that's what. So I think that's very important because ये आजकल बहुत देखा गया है कि report लेके people start panicking and
obviously.
I mean they self medicate करने लग जाते हैं. So all those things should be avoided, and we need to have a proper clinical advice regarding
Yeah,
the test
because
results.
allergy is a clinical diagnosis at the end of the day.
Right, correct. So, ma'am, once a patient is diagnosed with any kind of allergy, be it severe or mild or whatever it is, what are the different treatment options this patient has? Are sometimes removing an allergen from their surroundings, or what kind of medication is the medication treating the problem at site, or is it doing a symptomatic treatment? Can you talk a little bit about that?
एक्चुअली सी देर आर अवॉइडेंस मेजर्स, लेकिन आप कहाँ तक अवॉइड कर पाओगे, राइट? क्योंकि ये सब तो आपके एनवायरनमेंट में का पार्ट है, लेकिन हम कुछ चीज़ें ज़रूर कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि डस्ट एलर्जी. ओके, फॉर डस्ट एलर्जी व्हाट वी एडवाइस एज वन ऑफ द मेजर्स, ऑफ कोर्स इट्स नॉट द ओनली थिंग दैट इज टू बी डन. आपके जो बेडशीट्स और पिलो कवर्स है ना, try washing them at 60 degrees Celsius if that setting is available in your washing machine. Otherwise, at least wash them in boiling water so that the dust mite gets killed. Okay,
Right.
because dust allergy is because the dust mite. Another thing that we can do for pollen allergies, patients of pollen allergies, is shut the windows after 5 o'clock so that the pollens don't enter inside. If you are coming from outside, have a bath, change your clothes. So the contact with the pollen reduces. These are about general measures. They will help only to a certain extent. But the main therapy, the mainstay therapy is actually sublingual immunotherapy. Sublingual immunotherapy is something that unfortunately, very few physicians in India, family physicians are aware of, but it's kicking off in a big way now. तो यहाँ पे सबलिंगुअली मतलब टंग के नीचे टैबलेट्स या ड्रॉप्स रखे जाते हैं, और ये आपके इम्यून सिस्टम को ट्रेन करता है, स्ट्रांग बनाता है एलर्जन के अगेंस्ट. उसमें होता क्या है, इफ़ यू हैव डस्ट एलर्जी, अगर आपको डस्ट एलर्जी है तो डस्ट को ही आपके टंग के नीचे एक साइंटिफिक फॉर्मुलेशन में एक ड्रग की तरह बना के रखा जाता है, सो दैट योर इम्यून सिस्टम ग्रेजुअली स्टार्ट्स गेटिंग ट्रेन्ड to identify the dust as something normal,
Right.
not something that is foreign. Okay, so this training, immune system training, takes a while. Okay, it's not some magic drug that will work overnight. It takes a little bit of time, little bit of commitment. It's a 3-year long therapy. So if you have commitment to remove the need for medicines for lifetime or for a very long time, reduce your symptoms, reduce exacerbations, which is increase symptoms को एकदम ही कम कर देना, डिजीज को प्रोग्रेस नहीं होने देना, तो ये थेरेपी लेनी ही चाहिए. बहुत अच्छे से काम करती है. लोगों के जो पंप रहते हैं एस्थमा में, वो हमेशा हमेशा के लिए हट गए हैं.
ओके, तो ये जो आपने कहा सबलिंगुअल थेरेपी जो होती है, इज इट लाइक अ डेली डोज और इज इट लाइक
Yeah, so it depends. Now the latest tablets that have come up in the market, they are taken daily.
ओके.
But there are drops also available, Indian made drops, which you don't have to take daily. You have to take thrice a week.
ओके.
Okay, so you have to discuss with your clinician what is the best for you, and depending on that.
हाँ, क्योंकि जो ये पम्प्स आप बोल रहे हो, दिस इज जस्ट ट्रीटिंग द सिम्टम्स, राइट?
Exactly.
या,
आप
एंड इट
कब
इज
तक
नॉट
लाइफ
राइट.
टाइम
करेक्ट. हाँ.
एक रिसर्च हुआ है कि लाइफ टाइम मेडिसिन इन एलर्जीज वर्सेस सबलिंगुअल इम्यूनोथेरेपी का कॉस्ट, तो ऑब्वियसली लाइफ टाइम मेडिसिन का कॉस्ट हाई था. सबलिंगुअल इम्यूनोथेरेपी जो 3 साल का ट्रीटमेंट है, उसका कॉस्ट फ्रैक्शन था
Right.
कंपेयर टू दिस वन.
Right. Yeah. So I think this is an extremely important message
Yeah.
because people do tend to take like like a
They'll just
cetirizine.
take एलर्जी मेडिसिन.
Yeah.
कब तक लाइफ टाइम
हाँ.
एलर्जी मेडिसिन लेके थक जाओगे, और अगर बंद कर देते हैं तो वापस से एलर्जी आ जाती है.
So after I mean we've discussed how to test for it. We've discussed the treatment modalities. So the next point is that what are the common myths that people have about allergies? Basically, can you shed a little bit of light on that?
Yeah, people take allergies very lightly, they think कि stuffed nose है, so what, big deal. They don't realize that allergy is a progressive disease. वो प्रोग्रेस होता जाएगा, एस्थमा में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, फूड एलर्जी स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. तो हमेशा याद रखिए कि इफ़ यू हैव स्टार्टेड गेटिंग एलर्जीज, प्लीज सीक ट्रीटमेंट, कंट्रोल इट एट दैट ऑर्गन itself so that it doesn't progress. Second thing is कि allergies can get deadly. people think, allergy is just क्या है, मैं दवा ले लूंगी. But allergy can get deadly, and that deadly allergy is called anaphylaxis, जहाँ पे लोग मर जाते हैं. अगर आपने देखा होगा,
Hmm.
recently news में भी आया था, करिश्मा कपूर's husband died of, bee sting
Yeah,
allergy. He
yeah,
had
yeah.
that bee
Yes.
allergy, and he died within a few minutes. So that is an important message कि बाबा allergies have started off in a big way in India. तो याद रखिए कि फूड एलर्जीज जानलेवा होती है.
Yeah,
आपने एक्सीडेंटली खा लिया एग, एलर्जी है आपको और एक्सीडेंटली गया वो, यू कैन डाई. तो प्लीज सीक थेरेपी फॉर दैट.
yeah, and I think you're very right because I have seen a lot of foreigners who always carry this EpiPen with them, because they have these severe allergies, and as soon as they get an attack, they need to use the EpiPen,
यस,
to.
एब्सोल्युटली एपीपेन कैरी करना पड़ता है, और वो एक मेंटल अर्ली स्ट्रेसफुल रहता है हमेशा. एपीपेन,
हाँ,
अरे मैं भूल गई एपीपेन क्या हो जाएगा.
right,
सो
right.
इट्स स्ट्रेसफुल. तो प्लीज गेट properly counseled.
Yeah, yeah. So, ma'am, can you give us one last message about, what would be a take-home message from you to our audience regarding allergies, if you can
Yeah,
summarize that?
allergies are increasing in a big way. Okay, kids these days are getting too many allergies. Please, to prevent allergies, what I would recommend is ki keep your contact with nature intact. Keep your activities, आउटडोर एक्टिविटी बढ़ा दो बच्चों की. जितना हम उनको घर के अंदर ट्यूशन क्लासेस 4 वॉल्स के अंदर रखेंगे, उतना ज़्यादा एलर्जीज होने का चांस है. सो गिव देम अ लॉट ऑफ आउटडोर टाइम. By outdoor, I don't mean ki, send them to some play area which is again within 4 walls. No, they have to be under the open sky, under the sun, in contact with grass, plants, insects. Let that happen, because that will stimulate their immune system and prevent allergies. That is one thing. Second thing is ki if allergies have already started, then I can't stress this enough, but control it and diagnose it and treat it properly. And the third thing is sublingual immunotherapy. Please go and ask your doctor, ki, is there sublingual immunotherapy for me available? I think that's enough
Yeah.
for today. But I don't want to give you all an information overload. But um, treating allergies is very important, because we don't want India to become like the rest of the countries.
Right.
When we go to conferences, people say कि अरे इंडिया में एलर्जीज इतना कम क्यों है. क्योंकि हमारे ट्रेडिशंस ऐसे हैं, हमारे एंसेस्टर्स ने उस तरह का कल्चर बना के रखा है कि हमें एलर्जीज ना हो, लेकिन उस कल्चर को हम भूलते जा रहे हैं. तो
Right.
वी नीड टू stick to our roots.
Right. Okay. So thank you very much. As we've already always said on our podcast that, don't self-treat, don't self-medicate, get tested and get proper help and treatment at the right time, because it's always good to be sure. Thank you very much for joining us on this podcast, and see you next time. Bye-bye.